What's up, it's Tony back with another episode of the It's Tony podcast, and today is day 32 of posting every day on YouTube until my YouTube channel blows up. So thank you for watching, and make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Today we're going to speak about WNBA. I seen 3 WNBA games today, and I'm going to speak about them. The first game I seen was Chicago versus Minnesota. And Minnesota is clearly a better team than them. And Minnesota is so smart for picking up Courtney Williams. When I tell you, she was just giving Chicago dagger after dagger after dagger. She scored 22 points, and I swear they were all mid-range jump shots from the free throw line. She was killing them. Now for Chicago. Chicago is just not a great team yet, but they have the characteristics and they have the pieces that they need to become a great team. Angel Reese got another double-double, and she broke Sylvia Fowles' record for most rebounds in a single season, so congratulations to her. The only thing that I need to say about Angel Reese in this game is that sometimes she missed the most easiest layup, and then on other occasions, she makes the most difficult double team contested layup. It's just crazy. Her touch just needs to improve, but she had a good game and she broke a record, so congrats to her. Camila Cardoso played great, but the reason that she's not consistently playing great and getting 20 points a game, it's not because of her. It's because Chicago needs a point guard. They need a real point guard. They have Kennedy Carter, who didn't play tonight, which Chicago really needs her. But they need another point guard that can really get the ball to the bigs like Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. Because when they get the ball and they in good position, they have a field day versus the other team's bigs. And Chicago also has Lindsay Allen, who is a great veteran point guard, but she is not doing everything that Chicago's bigs need her to do. Like, she doesn't always get them the ball when they need it. I don't think that they should get rid of Lindsay Allen. I just think that they should move her to the bench and try to get a better floor general point guard, because that is what Chicago is missing. Give Chicago a year and they get a good floor general to put next to Kennedy Carter, and that can get the ball to everybody on the team, and especially the bigs, Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. And I'm telling you, they're going to be a great team in the W. Another person on Chicago I want to speak about is Michaela Onyenwere. She is great. She's a great pickup. I don't know how a team traded her. I don't know what they're doing, but you keep Michaela. She is a great pickup. She's a great piece. And if she's a free agent anytime soon, I think the Aces could use her. She's a great pickup. The next game I want to speak about is an exciting game. Indiana Fever versus Dallas Wing is a great matchup. Their teams just match up so well. And Kelsey Mitchell versus Enrique is just the matchup that I love to see. They are both shooters. They are both just pure scorers, and they both want to shoot every shot that they can shoot. I want to speak on the Indiana Fever first because they are hitting a stride right now. Caitlin Clark is clearly the Rookie of the Year. Clearly. She's my Rookie of the Year right now. Although Angel Reese is getting her double-doubles and she broke a record today, which, again, congrats to her. The double-doubles and the records that she's breaking isn't really helping her team win. It's helping her team become a better team, but it's not helping them win as much as Caitlin Clark and the records that she's breaking is helping the Indiana Fever win. She's helping get the ball to everybody, and she's helping uplift that team. She's doing a great job in what she's doing, and she's only a rookie. A player that's surprising me on the Indiana Fever is Kelsey Mitchell, because I was a Kelsey Mitchell hater. I didn't think that she would be able to play as well as she is playing next to Caitlin Clark, because all I've seen is that Kelsey Mitchell needs the ball in her hand. But now she doesn't have the ball in her hand as much, but she is cooking. She's knocking down her threes, and when she gets the ball, she's actually doing something with it. She's being very impactful in her role. So shout out to her. I was a hater. My fault. I see that. I always knew that you were a great scorer, but I didn't think you were a great passer, and I didn't think that you would be as effective next to a person that needs the ball as well, in Caitlin Clark. The only thing is that Caitlin Clark, when she has the ball so much, she'll still find her other teammates. And without the ball, Kelsey Mitchell has played well. So again, my fault. There's 3 other players I want to speak about. Nalissa Smith and Lexi Hall. If those 2 players can combine for 20 points a game, they would help the Indiana Fever out a lot. Nalissa Smith, a great small forward. if she is aggressive and she focus on the game, she can help that team way more. In this game, she was very aggressive and very focused. She was grabbing rebounds, and when she got the ball, she did something with it. Lexi Hall, she's a great defender and should have always been in the starting lineup. I'm happy Chrissy Sides has finally figured that out. Lexi Hall can knock down a three, and she plays great defense. And you need that because it helps the team defense. So it's great. The last person I want to speak about on Indiana Fever is Aaliyah Boston. I think that she's very important for this team to be great, and I think that she needs to average a double-double. If she could get 15 and 10, that would be perfect, but just get 10 and 10. That helps your team. That helps your team a lot, and she hasn't been doing that lately. She has been getting single-digit scoring games and single-digit rebound games, and that's not helping Indiana become even a better team than what they are right now. They moved up in the standings in the W, but if Aaliyah could get you a double-double every night, 15 and 10 ideally, that team will be way better. But that Indiana team is going to be a hard out for whoever they play in the playoffs. Whoever they play in the playoffs. As for the Dallas Wings, that starting five of Arike, Natasha Howard, J.C. Sheldon, Satu Sabli, and Tierra McCowan, oh my gosh. All healthy. If they are all healthy, and if they weren't as injured in the beginning of the season, they would clearly be in the playoffs. They are great next to each other. Rike is a scorer, a pure scorer. That's what she does. She's great at it. She got better with her passing, and she's a good defender. She's great. Those two forwards, Natasha Howard and Satu Sabli, they are great. Sabli is a monster. She can really hit that three like confidently. She is one of the best forwards in the league. Healthy, she is one of the best forwards in the league. Tierra McCowan is one of the best bigs in the league, and they don't give her a lot of attention or pass it to her enough, but if you give her more touches, she will show you that she is a great big. I believe in her. She is tough. Then J.C. Sheldon, she's a good point guard, but she's a good defensive player. And although Caitlin Clark went off today and she had like 20-something points, J.C. Sheldon made some of those shots more difficult. And she's probably the best person I've seen guard Caitlin Clark. Nobody's going to be able to shut down Caitlin Clark, but to slow her down a little bit and not let her just go crazy, I think J.C. Sheldon had good moments in that game. And I think that she should start. She's a good rookie. I think Indiana Fever and Dallas Wings, if they played each other in the playoffs, they would go at it back and forth, back and forth. That would be a great playoff game. That would be a playoff that I would watch every single game. And I don't know who would win. Because Dallas have more vets and they've been in the W longer. Indiana Fever are younger, but they have a lot of talent. Both teams have a ton of talent. So that's why we'll go either way. But that is a fire-ass matchup. And the Dallas Wings, because they were so injured in the beginning of the year, they're not in the playoffs. But they have a chance. And if they make it in the playoffs, just like I said, Indiana Fever will be a hard out. Dallas Wings will be a hard out for whoever they play. Because healthy, they are a problem. The last game I want to speak about is the Las Vegas Aces versus the Phoenix Mercury. And the Phoenix Mercury, that roster is too good for them to be so bad. That roster is too good for them to be losing by 20 points. At one point, they was losing by 30 in the first half. Too good. And I know I have my reason for why they're playing so bad, but I'm going to speak about that after I give mad attention to A'ja Wilson and them Aces. A'ja Wilson is clearly the MVP. And I have to say it loud. She's clearly the MVP, and she's clearly the Defensive Player of the Year. It's no conversation. It's nobody in the vicinity. I know I said all of that stuff about Caitlin Clark, how she helped uplift that team. And she's not the only player that helped uplift their team. But there's a lot of murmurs of people thinking that she should be in the conversation. And I know y'all love her. But she's not in the conversation. Speaking of somebody that was like fiending to put her in the conversation, Nancy Liebram from the Dallas Wings broadcast, she was on Caitlin Clark's... She was on her crazy, bro. It was annoying. I believe that she's the Rookie of the Year. I strongly believe that. But MVP conversation, y'all niggas is going crazy. A'ja Wilson is doing crazy shit. Just in this game, versus a team that should not be trash. She put up 41 and 17 points. And she's shooting the three now. She shot 2 threes in this game. They are far from each other. They are far away from each other. Caitlin Clark shouldn't even be in the same building with A'ja Wilson. I'm sorry. Nancy Liebram, you were wilding. No disrespect to you, but you were wilding and you were fangirling. Like, you were going crazy on Caitlin Clark. And I like Caitlin Clark too. She's a great player. But you were doing some next level shit. Just chill, Nancy, please. You were going crazy. A'ja Wilson is the MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year. Just the mere fact that she's in both conversation and she leads both conversation shows why she should clearly get the MVP. She does it on both sides. And I don't know what the Aces would do if they didn't have A'ja Wilson. Because their guards, even though I love them, they aren't playing really well. Jackie hasn't been playing really well. Kelsey Plum hasn't been playing really well. Chelsea Gray just got back and she hasn't been playing really well. A'ja is carrying that team on both sides every night. Every night. She's averaging like damn near 30 and like 10 rebounds. Nobody is playing better than A'ja Wilson in the league. As for the Phoenix Mercury, I think that they are playing so bad because they want Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner to be such important focal points of that team. And neither of those players are actually helping the team like they should. Diana Taurasi is a little too old. She's too inconsistent in her games now. But she does a lot of yapping to the ref and all that extra shit. I understand she's a legend, one of the greatest of all time. But right now for the Mercury, her being a focal point is not ideal and is not what is going to help them win. Let Kalia Copper be the focal point of that team. That's it for Diana Taurasi. I just don't think that she needs to be an important factor in that team. She's too inconsistent at this point. Now for BG isn't doing enough, and to me, she's a lazy player. You every night you have a mismatch. Every night you should get 10 rebounds, and you don't get 10 rebounds. This season alone, you only had one double-double. One double-double? For the center on your team that's taller than everybody? Only one double-double? That's crazy. She's clearly taller than anybody that she goes against. She's always in the paint. How aren't you getting 10 rebounds in a lot? How? Then I went and looked at her statistics for every year that she's been in the league, and she only has one season where she had 10 or more double-doubles. I don't know about y'all, but in my opinion, that is trash. That is garbage. I see what she could do on the offensive end. In my opinion, she should be doing more because you always have a mismatch. And you literally just tip the ball in because nobody else can do that. So I understand y'all want to give her credit for the offensive side, but it's easy that side. Have some hustle. Have some motor. Get some rebounds. To only have one season with 10 or more double-doubles shows why. Although she can score and stuff, she's not as good of a player as a lot of you guys want her to be. In my opinion, she's not a top 5 center all time in the W. And she might just get into top 10. And y'all might not like it. I don't care. Look at her stats. Look at how she plays on the court. She plays lazy. Lazy. You don't need the biggest person on the court if they can't get you a double-double every night. And you can't tell me that. And you can't tell me that if she got a double-double every night, that wouldn't help her team. With Diana Taurasi when she was young, with Kalia Copper, with Natasha Cloud, with Sophie Cunningham, with the bench that they have. They got Rebecca Allen. She's hurt on the bench right now. But with her healthy, you cannot tell me Brittany Griner getting a double-double every night would have helped that team. And they got Monique Billen. They just picked her up. That roster is good. But you have DT, she's too old. Then you have Brittany Griner, who's too lazy. That's why the Phoenix Mercury have dropped in the standings and are now in 7th place. They just aren't playing well enough. BG has to do more. She needs to average a double-double. DT, if you're starting, you need to let Kalia Copper just run the team. You're not the focal point anymore. I don't know. If I'm the point guard on that team, or if I was running that team, if I was the coach or whatever, I know I'm not, I don't have the credential, That's not what I'm saying. But if I was, BG, if you're not giving us 10 rebounds a night, what is the reason that you're on our team? We could just get a younger center that will actually ball out. They can go get Cheyenne Parker-Tyus from the Atlanta Dream and have her start. It's no reason why Tina Charles is getting more double-doubles in her stage of her career than BG. I don't care what nobody says. There's no reason that is happening. And speaking of them dropping in the standings, I think that the W needs a playing game. From 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th in the standings. Yo, you give me Phoenix Mercury, Chicago Sky, Atlanta Dream, and whoever is 10th. It could either be Dallas Wings or LA Sparks. You give me them 4 teams, the last 4 teams from 7 to 10. Yo, that is a crazy playing game. And I promise you, those will be crazy games. Now, you get me Indiana Fever to drop 1 to go back to 7th. And then you have Indiana Fever, Chicago Sky, Atlanta Dream, and Dallas Wings or LA Sparks. That is beautiful. That would be beautiful. And it would be entertaining. The W needs a playing game. And that's what I'm saying. That I stand on that. The W needs a playing game. It would be fire, bro. It would be fire. Another thing that would be fire is if you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. It's Tony. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we're on our road to 500 subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. And please, please, please tell a friend to tell a friend. And make sure they hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all next time.